Gold traders seem confused right now. This according to Kitco's global trading director, Peter Hugg. So let's find out why. He joins me now. Peter, good to see you.
It's good to be here, Daniela.
So gold up as we speak on a corrective bounce from Friday's pullback. And you say the volatility we're seeing could be a result of confusion among traders. What is the source of this confusion, Peter?
Well, I just think there's mixed signals in the market. In the equity space, prior to today's drop of almost 200 points, it just looked like the market was running a little out of steam on the equity side. Most of the optimism had been was in the market based on what Trump may or may not deliver. So, now we're at a reality check. Some of the executive orders that Trump signed sound good, but there's really no economic meat in behind them yet. So I guess the market is sort of looking back and wondering, okay, so where do we go from here? And after the travel ban over the weekend, there was some, just some uncomfort levels that developed in the capital markets, and I think that's what caused some of the selling in the Dow today. Some of the other news, which again is sort of contradictory. You have German inflation data that came out that was at a 4-year high, but which would indicate that you would anticipate that the ECB might start to tighten on its monetary policy, which would be negative for the dollar, also positive for gold. But on the other hand, you have Draghi saying he doesn't really care what Germany thinks. And he's willing to keep his bond buying program in place until the end of the year. So there's a lot of conflicting signals, and it's difficult when you have these types of conflicting signals to get a clear feel on trend.
Right.
So what we're looking for is momentum. So, you had gold up touching $1,200 today, but, given the fact that it closed at 92-ish on Friday, 200-point drop in the Dow, I would have thought there might have been more momentum in behind the gold buying this morning and possibly, push it up through 1,200, and it just stalled there.
And Pete, it's a big week, right? It's Fed week. So do you still see a floor under gold? Like, what are the key levels you're eyeing here?
Well, again, I need that 1185 level to hold. It's held well so far. Below that, 1178 was the next level it tested and bounced off it. So sort of the 1178, 1185 level I see as a floor. And unless the dollar really starts to slam higher, I think that's probably the floor. Now, coming into the Fed meeting this week, we're looking at, well, what is the stock market going to be looking like on Wednesday? And if the stock market continues selling off, I would suspect that Yellen may hold off at this first meeting and use basically the jargon of the past. Everything's looking better. Our inflation targets are a little bit better, but we're just not quite there yet. Let's just wait a little bit longer to see how these fiscal policies play in. So I don't expect the Fed to do anything this week, and that might give a relief rally to gold on the basis that the Fed may be using the same games that they used in 2015 and 2016, where they promised 3 hikes but possibly only get 1. So it's going to come down to the tone of what Yellen says this week. But I suspect they're not going to move until they get a better handle on where Trump's fiscal policies are going to go.
All right. Well, we'll check back in with you next week, Peter. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you back tomorrow.